Kaley Cuoco just flipped the Hollywood script and reminded everyone that the boldest statements often don't come from blockbuster red carpets or carefully curated press moments. They come from daring to show up fully, authentically, and unapologetically yourself. When her bikini photos recently hit the internet, it wasn't just a viral moment. It was a cultural spark that lit up every corner of social media, triggering everything from celebration to controversy. Known and loved for her breakout role as Penny on The Big Bang Theory and earlier as America's sweetheart on 8 Simple Rules, fans have long admired Kaley for her comedic brilliance, bubbly personality, and girl-next-door charm. But this wasn't that. This was a different energy, edgy, empowered, and entirely self-defined. In those sun-drenched shots, it wasn't just her figure or smile that stood out. It was the confidence, the defiance, the statement that she is no longer interested in fitting any industry mold. And that's exactly why everyone couldn't stop talking. These images weren't about vanity or shock value. They were about a woman boldly owning her evolution. Critics predictably tried to frame it as too much or attention-seeking, but the overwhelming response from fans and cultural commentators was one of support, celebration, and recognition. Because what resonated so deeply wasn't just the visuals, it was the raw energy behind them. There was no filter of perfection, no staged Hollywood gloss. Just Kaley, as she is, comfortable in her skin and unbothered by anyone else's expectations. And that kind of authenticity is rare in an industry built on facade. She's a woman who has survived the pressures of fame, learned the lessons, and emerged stronger, bolder, and more self-possessed than ever. These photos became more than fashion moments. They became visual declarations of freedom, body confidence, and independence from outdated standards. And what truly makes this moment matter is how much it symbolizes her journey. Kaley has never played by the rules. She broke free from the sitcom mold, proved her dramatic chops in critically acclaimed projects, started producing her own work, and carved a path that's uniquely hers. With this bold release, she's showing that personal growth is just as important as career evolution. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. In an era when so many celebrities carefully construct their image to appease public opinion, Kaley stepped out with a message of self-love and fearlessness. She didn't ask for permission, and she didn't flinch in the face of backlash. Instead, she let the photos speak for themselves, and they did, loud and clear. Trend buzz and the gossip world didn't just see a trending photo set. They saw a power move, one that sparked wider discussions about empowerment, modesty, and the shifting standards of femininity in media. But while others debated, Kaley remained unbothered because she didn't need to justify her choices. Her presence, her poise, and her message said it all. And that's what gave the moment staying power. Fans connected not just to the look, but to the liberation it represented. In a culture obsessed with filters and unattainable ideals, Kaley offered something refreshingly real, a woman proud of who she is, flaws and all, willing to step into the spotlight on her own terms. That kind of courage is magnetic. It's what transforms a trending topic into a cultural moment. And the impact wasn't fleeting, it lingered. Because people weren't just admiring her confidence, they were inspired by it. The photos weren't about conforming to beauty standards. They were about smashing them. And as the reactions poured in, one thing became clear. Kaley Cuoco isn't just another actress with a headline. She's a voice, a presence, a force who isn't afraid to lead by example. She reminded everyone that power doesn't come from perfection. It comes from embracing your truth so fully that even the critics have to take notice. And while some may have tried to reduce the moment to a thirst trap or a PR stunt, anyone really paying attention saw it for what it was, a defining chapter in her personal and professional evolution. Kaley isn't just staying relevant. She's evolving with intention. And that's what makes her unstoppable. She's not here to fit into someone else's box. She's building her own world, one fearless move at a time. Whether on screen, behind the scenes, or in a candid beachside snapshot, she radiates a rare kind of realness that audiences crave. And as the buzz continues, one thing is certain. This wasn't just a bikini post. It was a moment of clarity, a shot of authenticity in an image-obsessed world, and a message to anyone watching that being yourself, boldly and fully, is always the most powerful play. Kaley Cuoco didn't just make a splash, she made a statement. And if there's one takeaway from this whole moment, It's that she's not done rewriting the rules. Not by a long shot.